We start. Sir, this is the time to look at the performance of the general fiscal situation. I have listened with some attention to the remarks from the opposition. Everybody is worried. I heard my friend speaking and the honorable member who spoke just now also talked about the problems of the size of the deficit of non-plan expenditure, the question of continuing inefficiency or relatively less efficiency of public enterprises or the fear of the debt trap. These are familiar battle cries on the side of the opposition. At the same time, if you heard the earlier debates, the demand on behalf of the state for the net added transfer of resources from the center to state is still growing. The pressure is mounting. There is a demand for additional subsidy and continuation of existing subsidies. Then, on the one side, we talk about efficiency in economic management. On the other side, we find different state government and particularly some of the neighboring state government indulging in populist approach towards the repayment of loans from the banks or other sector of the government. Now, it is very difficult to reconcile the economic rationality of the demand and the economic rationality of the comments that the opposition members are trying to make. Let us look at the hard facts. The question is whether the economy is growing in terms of growth rate of the GNP or not. The fact is that it is growing at a very fast pace para. In fact, the expected rate of growth of real income in the current year is likely to be around 9%, which is much higher than what we have seen in the present years. If you look at the sectorial composition of performance, then the food production, thanks to the bountiful monsoon and a more imaginative agricultural strategy, particularly the food production strategy, we are finding a better performance. Of course, we depleted our buffer stock, but as a result of the better crops and with some imports, we are trying to replenish our buffer stocks. Industrial growth has been very encouraging, although in the last few months there has been a tendency at deceleration, and we hope by the year end the things will level up and our performance in the industrial sector will be well above the present performance. It should be crossing 10 to 11% mark altogether.